Good day, Paltreños. Welcome to another topic of Project Lampara. I am teacher Malu from Paliparan National High School. Today, we will have a review on multiplication of decimal numbers. At the end of this session, you will be able to multiply decimal number by a whole number, multiply a whole number by decimal number, and multiply decimal number by another decimal number. So we have the vocabulary word decimal, a number with one or more digits to the right of the decimal point. Example, 10 and 28 hundredths. So the whole part is the digit before the decimal point. So we have 10 is what we call the whole part. And the decimal parts are the digits after the decimal point. So we have 0.28 is what we call the decimal part. Then we have the parts of the multiplication. Example, 15 times 2 tenths is equal to 3. So multiplicand is the number to be multiplied. So 15 is what we call the multiplicand. Multiplier is the number that tells how many times a multiplicand should be multiplied. So we have 0.2 or 2 tenths is what we call the multiplier. Then the product, the results when you multiply two numbers. So 3 is what we call the product. Let us multiply decimal number by a whole number. Multiply 7 and 7 tenths and 7. So step 1, multiply as if the numbers were whole numbers. So let's multiply 7.7 times 7. So we have 7 times 7 is 49. So write 9, carry over 4. Then 7 times 7 is 49 plus 4 is 53. Therefore, the answer is 539. Then we have step 2, count the number of digits after the decimal in each factor. So in multiplicand, we have 1 decimal place. In multiplier, we have 0 decimal place. Step 3, put the same number of digits behind the decimal in the product. So we have 1 decimal place, so the answer is 53 and 9 tenths. Let us have the multiplication of whole number by decimal number. Multiply 712 and 1 and 2 tenths. Step 1. Multiply as if the numbers were whole numbers. Let us multiply 712 and 1.2. So we have 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 1 is 2. Then 2 times 7 is 14. Then we have 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 7 is 7. Then get the sum. So bring down 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. And 1 plus 7 is 8. Therefore, the answer is 8,544. Step 2. Count the number of digits after the decimal in each factor. So we have 0 decimal place in the multiplicand, 1 decimal place in the multiplier. Then step 3, put the same number of digits behind the decimal in the product. So you have 1 decimal place in the product. Therefore, the answer is 854 and 4 tenths. Then, we'll have a multiplication of decimal number by another decimal number. Multiply 2 and 34 hundredths and 3 and 2 tenths. Step 1. Multiply as if the numbers were whole numbers. Let us multiply 2.34 and 3.2. So we have 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 2 is 4. Then we have 3 times 4 is 12, so write 2, carry over 1. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. So write 0 and carry over 1. Then 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. Then get the sum. So bring down 8. Then 6 plus 2 is 8. 4 plus 0 is 4. Then bring down 7. Therefore, the answer is 7,488. Then we have step 2. Count the number of digits after the decimal in each factor. So we have 2 decimal places in the multiplicand. Then 1 decimal place in the multiplier. Then we have step 3. Put the same number of digits behind the decimal in the product. Therefore, you have 3 decimal places. Therefore, the answer is 7 and 488 thousandths. Then multiply 5 hundredths and 13 hundredths. Step 1. Multiply as if the numbers were whole numbers. So let's multiply 0.05 times 0.13. So you have 3 times 5 is 15. So write 5, carry over 1. 3 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. 3 times 0 is 0. Then we have 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 0 is 0. And 1 times 0 is 0. Then get the sum. So you will have 5. 1 plus 5 is 6. Then 0 plus 0 is 0. Then bring down 0. Therefore, the answer is 65. Step 2. Count the number of digits after the decimal in each factor. So we have 2 decimal places in the multiplicand, 2 decimal places in the multiplier. Step 3. Put the same number of digits behind the decimal in the product. So we have 4 decimal places, therefore the answer is 65 ten-thousandths. Step 4. Insert zeros at the left as a placeholder if necessary to complete the number of decimal places in the multiplicand and multiplier. So therefore, the answer is 0 and 65 ten-thousandths. Let us have a short quiz. Question number 1. Multiply 38 and 25 hundredths. You may pause the video while answering. The answer is 9 and 5 tenths. Question number 2. Multiply 2 and 4 hundredths and 1 thousandths. You may pause the video while answering. The answer is 204 hundred thousandths. Question number 3. Find the product of 62 and 5 tenths and 12 and 8 tenths. You may pause the video while answering. So the answer is 800. Question number 4. Find the product of 34 hundredths and 5 tenths. You may pause the video while answering. The answer is 17 hundredths. Question number 5. Find the product of 5 and 89 hundredths and 100. You may pause the video while answering. The answer is 589. Now we go to our activity number 1. Title, Find My Product. So find the product of the following. Submit your answer to your teacher for checking. What score did you get? Do you have any mistakes? Don't worry. You can replay the video and go over the activity again. If you got a perfect score, congratulations! You may now proceed to the next video. You may continue the rest of the activities on multiplication of decimal numbers. That's all for today's topic. I hope you've learned something today. Always remember, learning math can be fun. Thank you for watching. Till next time.